runners and the favourite Dundera at 9-2.
They're off. Coljohn is the first to show in front with towards the inside Harbour Pilot. Well presented, makes 3 in line. What a Native and GVA Ireland, followed by What Odds, and then towards the inside Black Appalachie as they race away from the first, and all safely over the first and on now to the first of the ditches. Well presented, and Coljohn dispute the lead. On the inside Harbour Pilot, GVA Ireland and Black Appalachie are close in behind as they go out over the second, again all safely over there. So racing up now to fence number 3, and it's Well Presented, who's just the leader for Robbie Power. Coljohn, Robbie Moran towards the outside. Harbour Pilot is racing third on the inside, and then comes GVA Ireland, who's just in behind as they go up now towards the top of the hill, where Well Presented makes the turn to take them to the fourth, right up at Ballyhack. Coljohn is on the outside, and What Odds moves third, followed by GVA Ireland, and then comes What a Native as they jump the fourth and race downhill from Ballyhack. It is Well Presented who's racing along in the lead with Coljohn on the outside. These are 3 in front of GVA Ireland with What a Native. Black Appalachie is next with on the outside What Odds. Harbour Pilot next towards the inner, and they're being followed by Doodle Addle, and just after them comes Ullard, being followed by Coolnahilla and American Jenny as they go over that fence. And Ben, a slight mistake towards the back of the field there as they swing now and race across towards the next 3 fences that will bring them towards the straight. And it's Well Presented on the inside, disputing with Coljohn. Then 3 lengths to What Odds, who's towards the outside of Black Appalachie. What a Native and GVA Ireland just in behind as they clear that one and begin now to head towards the 2 fences that will bring them to the swing in, and Coljohn just picks it up from Well Presented in second. They're closely attended in third by What Odds. What a Native is next with Black Appalachie and GVA Ireland, and then comes Ullard on the inside of Doodle Addle, and these are being followed by Point Barrow, and then comes just behind them Manjo. Harbour Pilot is towards the inside, and New Story is next, and they're being followed by Colonel Monroe. Coming now to the fence before they'll swing in. 4 fences to jump to take them back to the stands, and it's Well Presented, disputing the lead with Coljohn. What Odds is close up on the outside. Black Appalachie, What a Native and GVA Ireland. Point Barrow is just behind them as they make the swing now to turn into the straight. 3 fences to bring them towards the stands. And on the inside, Well Presented. What Odds moving alongside. Coljohn between horses. Black Appalachie 4 and GVA Ireland 5. Then comes What a Native. Manjo is towards the outside. After them, Point Barrow and Ullard with American Jenny just in behind. And then comes a New Story, Far More Trouble, and Coolnahilla. Harbour Pilot is towards the inside of Monterey Bay as they jump the centre fence in the straight, number 11. And on they come now to the one that'll be the last next time. Well Presented over on the far side. In the centre is What Odds, the near side Manjo. Then comes Black Appalachie. GVA Ireland is followed towards the outside by Doodle Addle. So as they stream up past the stands with a circuit to go and 12 more to jump, Well Presented leads Manjo. What Odds is next. GVA Ireland, Doodle Addle. Black Appalachie followed by Coljohn. Point Barrow and Ullard, American Jenny. 1 more minute. Then comes a New Story. What a Native. Monterey Bay and Coolnahilla just in behind them, and they're followed away from the stands by Far More Trouble, who's being followed by Colonel Monroe. Harbour Pilot Romaha. Kim and Jem is next. Solar System Star Clipper. Our Ben Supreme Developer, and Dundera is the back marker. So they're racing away from the stands, and happily to say I don't think we've had a casualty so far as they go now to the next regulation away from the stands. 11 fences left to jump. Well Presented from Manjo. What Odds is next, being followed by Ullard and GVA Ireland, and 1 more minute is down there. 1 more minute down as they go uphill towards the next, and his rider just about to get to his feet, Mick Darcy, as the leader is well presented, being followed by What Odds. Then comes Manjo. Oulart is just behind them with Black Appalachie. Point Barrow has made a bit of ground. Racing up now towards the top of the hill. And it's in the lead, well presented, Manjo, being followed round the outside by Doodle-Addle, who's making significant headway up on the outside, and Doodle-Addle and Alan Crow moves up to take over the lead from well presented, and then comes Manjo. After them, Coljohn under pressure. Point Barrow begins to improve. Oulart's towards the inside, then Black Appalachie, and tracking them is Coolnahilla with Monteral towards the outside. Doodle-Addle is over this one in front of well presented, followed by Manjo, and then Point Barrow making ground on the outside. Oulart is right with them on the inner. Coljohn under pressure. Far More Trouble is beginning to improve as they make the turn on the far side now. 7 furlongs to go and 6 to jump, and it's well presented and Doodle-Addle. Point Barrow moves third. Manjo is 4. Oulart is 5. These are being followed by Far More Trouble with towards the outside of them Black Appalachie and Coljohn. Oulart and A New Story is next ahead of Coolnahilla. Doodle-Addle is over in front of well presented in second. Far More Trouble has crashed at that one as they race now and head across towards the next. It's Doodle-Addle who's in front of well presented in second place. These are being closely followed by Point Barrow. Then comes Black Appalachie and Oulart. A New Story is next. And then comes Coolnahilla, who's staying on. And they're being followed by American Jenny. But Doodle-Addle leads well presented in Point Barrow. Oulart is 4 lengths back, being followed by Black Appalachie. Then A New Story and American Jenny. Coolnahilla is next. Banjo's dropped back, and then Solar System. 4 fences to jump. And it's Point Barrow who moves up on the inside for Philip Carberry to head. Doodle-Addle on the outside, Alan Crow. There's a break then of 5 lengths to Oulart, who's making ground on the outside. Then A New Story and well presented, but Point Barrow is heading for home with 3 to jump, chased by Oulart. In third, Doodle-Addle. A New Story is 4th. American Jenny stays on. Then well presented, Coolnahilla. 3 to jump, Point Barrow over in front. Oulart is second. Then comes A New Story. Doodle-Addle and American Jenny next. They're coming down towards the second last, and it's Point Barrow and Philip Carberry, chased by Oulart and Roger Loughran. In third place is A New Story, and then comes American Jenny staying on. But Point Barrow is digging deep and holding on to a 3 to 4 length lead over Oulart. A New Story stays on, coming down to the final fence. Point Barrow and Philip Carberry going to rise in the lead. He's safely over. Oulart is trying hard. A New Story is third, but up towards the finish, it's Point Barrow who's going to win the Grand National for Philip Carberry, and Pat Hughes, who won it before with Insure. Oulart is second. A New Story third, and American Jenny is 4. And they're clear of Solar System, Coolnahilla, Dundera, and then came well presented and Doodle-Addle.
6th round there, the absentees were Bannersan, No Half Session, Homer Wells and Lord of Our Own.